come on. That was lovely, that. Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going back to Dawntrail, back to Final Fantasy XIV. And last week, we did the Tulliloyall day theme. But today, we're going to be doing the night theme. Now, as if you remember, if you saw last week, within the day theme, how surprised I was to see all that kind of like, I don't know, like New Orleans jazz theme that we got from that last song we did. And I'm wondering what we're going to get here. I think probably going to get something kind of similar. Yeah, that's kind of what you get with the night themes. It's a similar sort of vibe, but a lot calmer, I suppose, and that's kind of what I expect here. So let's not waste any more time. Let's kind of get into it, and I think we'll just kind of stop and start and react as we go through. So let's get into the Tulliloyall night theme from Final Fantasy XIV, Dawntrail in 3, 2, 1, go. Go back. Okay. Yeah. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Okay, so let's go over kind of like, I really like how much fun this soundtrack is. You know, like it's really not kind of trying to be very well, serious, I suppose. It's not taking itself too seriously, which I really like. It's just a really fun kind of bouncy little track. The bass line's really nice. Obviously, your very sort of typical jazz bass line. And it's just a very nice bouncy sounding song as well. And it kind of does give you that more, I guess it's got a bit more sax in it, so it kind of gives you that bit more kind of a nighttime sort of subdued vibe, if that makes sense. It does feel a bit more nightlife than the last one. It's a bit more relaxed. Sounds like it's not a sax, it's a trumpet or something. But it's just really nice. Again, and just let that kind of take the melody line at the start and to kind of just, I just can't help but kind of like nod along as you're listening to it. And I like how they instruments take turns to play the same melody line. It's done a lot in jazz. So with like the trumpet and the piano. If you listen closely, let's listen to that back a little bit. You can hear like a bongo or something. You can hear you could definitely hear percussion that's being like hand percussion, like a hand drum or a bongo or something like that, which is nice because it kind of plays off of that jazz, but it kind of gives it that sort of more like island tribal sort of tribal vibe to that kind of thing, which I very much like. Yeah, you can hear it now, probably. And that's just nice. The hits there, and you can hear the cymbals just washing. Nice, big, bright sort of sounds to it. It's really cool. Ooh, lovely. So you can hear in the past, like, obviously, it's what, as I said, it's what's done in jazz bands quite a lot. You have the instruments sort of take turns. there isn't necessarily like a lead instrument in that sense, like there might be in more of a normal sort of modern band where you might have, you know, the melody taken by the guitar predominantly, or the vocalist more predominantly, but then maybe the guitar after that. Like they're kind of all instruments kind of have their solo moment, and it's really, really nice to kind of hear this sort of showcase of all the instruments that they're using. It's just such, yeah, I mean, again, I said this last time when we had the day track, I was very surprised at the type of music they decided to use. Pleasantly surprised, I should say. I did very much enjoy it. I just didn't expect some lovely, you know, not typical, more traditional American jazz for this sort of island setting. I just didn't see it. But I think it does work. That's nice. And this bounciness here on the strings, dun, 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 it's kind of very playful, which I really, really like. And it just keeps it a bit that kind of, it's just uplifting. You know, it's definitely, in terms of how music goes, it's within this game, it's definitely like feels like a more happier, more relaxed sort of feel to this. It's kind of like, I suppose it's, well, they say this is like the beach episode of an anime, this expansion, or the, you know, like the holiday. You've gone on vacation, and this is like, it gives me that sort of feel, like musically. Oh, this is cool. I'll be interested to know what instrument this is, because obviously it's a percussive instrument, and you think maybe it's like a xylophone or a glockenspiel or something like that, but it sounds almost like glass. It could just be one of those that I've just said, or maybe it's like a steel sort of drum or something like that, maybe. And this is obviously then gives it that Caribbean sort of again, island Hawaiian sort of vibe to it, definitely, and that kind of comes in a lot more. And the setting, kind of the aesthetic setting, comes in a lot more musically within this song, I feel. So far. I mean, that was a very nice call and response between, I guess, the two kind of themes in the songs, which is the jazzy themes of the horns, and then the kind of like the percussive sort of drum. It's the jazzy bit. Oh, I didn't go back for it. I'll skip it forward. So the response. That's very, very nice. I like that a lot. Oh, lovely. These clicks. That deep rumbling bass. And keeping that kind of subdue and the twinkle coming across as well. Really nice. Really, really, really kind of calm. So it kind of feels like, where are we? 3:43. So if I listen to the start here. So it kind of feels like the song's almost started again, but it's now changed to the percussive instrument, you know, the glassy instrument. That's definitely like a steel drum or something. Ooh, that's crunchy. And now it's letting the bass do the melody. I love it when songs do that. Let the bass have a moment because it's just such a lovely instrument. And it just brings that really nice funky sort of bluesiness to it. It's just, you can't help but just like really, really get into it because you feel the bass. You feel the bass more than you do any other instrument. Maybe apart from the drum. It's just such a lovely, lovely, lovely mix, isn't it? You can now, obviously, we had that like steel drum. You can hear the hand drums are still being used as well, and then having just the nice, lovely jazz kind of drum feels, and the way that the horns and the brass section have been building on top of each other. It's just a really nice mix that kind of really takes everything into account, and it really, really works. It really, really does. Oh, that's cool. A little like pan flute. Oh, come on. That was lovely, that kind of... Let's play it. There's not many instruments that can get you going like a saxophone, you know. It's just that it's got that grit to the sound. There's not many instruments that can give you that, or at least give me that sort of emotive response. There's a couple. There's the saxophone, and there's obviously what I chose to play, the guitar, the electric guitar specifically. That can really just give you that carry that emotion. For me in particular, it's different for everyone obviously, but that's what works for me. Got that kind of cheeky beat back into it now. That's a very good word to describe it. It does feel a bit cheeky, like this kind of funny little characters kind of running around and doing up to mischief. It's a bit mischievous, this song, which I like. Okay, I'm back to this moment. Let's let it play out. Alright, so what really came through my mind during the last kind of section that we were listening to that was like, I could really imagine just like sitting in one of these, oh yeah, I found the right spot exactly, one of these like, you know, picnic tables or beach tables, just out by the bar here, and just with this song on, and with like that cool sort of sea breeze. It really does give you that sort of like I'm away vibe. I've gone to kind of relax and kind of, you know, recoup, R&R. No, it gives me that kind of like feel to the song, and I think it does work. And I do think it adds the elements of kind of like the aesthetic elements of the, you know, the island and where it's kind of based on a lot more than the day song, although I really enjoyed both. So let me know what you thought of the night theme of Tulliloyall in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know why. Which one do you prefer between the night and the day theme? Let me know. What would you like to hear next? Any more from Dawntrail? Obviously, there's a lot of music, new music to explore from Dawntrail. So let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see or hear anything from there. If you got all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. If you could like this video, if you haven't already, and subscribe as well if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate that too. But having said all of that, thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.